My name is John Brett. I'm an actuary, and it's quite a specialised profession, so I'd understand if you don't know what it is. An actuary has to have a logical mindset, and he has to use evidence to do his calculations and to present his results. My father, Bill Brett, met my mother, Lorna Brett, in 1942, and they married while they were both in the Australian Army. My father died when he was only 45 and I was only 15, and that was a very seminal experience in my life. At age 24, I left my home, and since then I've lived in Melbourne and for a number of years in Johannesburg and Cape Town. During that period that I've lived away from home, I've had to, and I've learned to survive psychologically, financially and socially on my own. It's a source of pride of mine that I'm happy to give to others and also receive from others, but I do not let myself become dependent on receiving from others. I've lived in Subiaco for 26 years, and I have a car, but I often get around on my bicycle because I enjoy the exercise and I enjoy the way it makes me feel. One Sunday, in a cold grey day, I was cycling east along Bagot Road when I saw the big banner out the front of the Subi Church of Christ, and it advertised the Alpha course starting soon. Now, I had done an Alpha course 12 years earlier at Swanbourne Church, and I'd come away with some convictions from that, but I wasn't a Christian. Anyway, as soon as I got home on my bike, I emailed the address shown on the banner, and within a couple of hours Simon Chan had responded to my email and told me that the Alpha course was starting soon and I was most welcome to come along. I could not have anticipated how different this Alpha experience was to the one 12 years ago. This time I felt really embraced, I felt supported, and I felt I made friends at the Subi Church of Christ, in particular the members from the Alpha. Now, friends have always been really important to me, but there's only my sister and I left from our family. And so to suddenly find a new, larger family of people who were there to support me spiritually was just wonderful. I had three amazing, unexpected epiphanies. The first was the image of God as the Father. And because my father died when he was young, because of the sort of person he was, I knew what he thought was right. I knew when I did right by him. I knew when I'd done something that was wrong by him. And I knew he loved me through all of this. So that made it very easy for me to transfer my feelings for my father onto my feelings for a God who has those same attributes. And that was the second week, and that really turned me around. The second epiphany was the one, I think it was week 3 or 4, about walking in another man's shoes. Now, the way I've got through my life, I've always seen myself as being different from the other person. Sometimes better, sometimes inferior, but always different. And that manifested myself in my work. I'll tell you a little about how I work now. Accountants send in data to me, and I do calculations on them, and I process them. I send back a certificate. It's called an actuarial certificate. Now, I've been doing this for a long time, and when accountants sent something to me with confusing my second name with my first, I found myself getting really indignant. What was wrong with them? How stupid they were. And I would send, when I responded, I would send my first name in 20 font and my second name in 10 font, just to make the point. But since Alpha, I identify with them. They're trying to do a professional job for their clients as I am for them. I don't use 20 font, and amazingly the number of people who get my name right now is far, far higher than when I used to get indignant. The third epiphany is the way God's grace is given unconditionally. That made me feel that that's the way I should be towards other people. Don't give people generosity and expectation. Give it because you can, and they receive it because you've given it to them on that basis. As a Christian, I just feel so enthusiastic. I want to share my journey with my friends, some of whom really need God's assistance. I'm amazed by a lot of things to do with the Alpha course. I'm amazed by the progress I've made in the last 6 months. And I'm amazed at the feeling that I get every Sunday when I go to church.